Hi, this is Ofori, the digital reader, and the DRM free ebook seller I'm going to be talking about today is a pretty big one. They have a lot of heavy hitters, and it's Bloomsbury Publishing. Bloomsbury Publishing is one of the bigger publishers, especially of fantasy and science fiction, and they just really have a whole wide range of stuff. So let's go ahead to their site and take a look. And for their overview, I'm just going to read the first couple paragraphs. Established in 1998 and located in midtown Manhattan, Bloomsbury USA is a general interest publisher of adult and children's books, which has become known for its high quality fiction and nonfiction for adults and children, as well as its extensive academic publishing from the world's most recognized experts. On the adult side, Bloomsbury is the publisher as Jesmyn Ward's Salvage the Bones, the National Book Award fiction winner, Roz Chast's Can't We Talk About Something More Pleasant, a National Book Award nonfiction finalist, Dr. Louise Aronson's Elderhood, a Pulitzer Prize finalist, Carol Anderson's White Rage, an NBCC criticism winner, Susanna Clarke's Piranesi and Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, Anthony Bourdain's Kitchen Confidential, as well as works by award-winning writers Sam Quinones, Edmund White, and Mark Kolansky, and by best-selling writers Mary Pfeiffer, Marian Tews, Deborah Levy, Samantha Shannon, and Elif Shafak. So they just have a wide range of books. They also have Sarah J. Maas, and in the UK, they also have J.K. Rowling. So let's just kind of take a look. Now, they do academic, they do children's, they do fiction and nonfiction. That's kind of like the big picture. In the academic, they have a whole host of different things that they talk about, from African studies to UN Sustainable Development Goals. Then in the children's, they break it down by age range, so books from 0 to 5 to young adult. For fiction, they have crime, thriller, and mystery, fantasy, general literary fiction, graphic novels, so they actually have comics, historical fiction, horror and gothic, poetry, romance, short stories, and true crime. And then for nonfiction, once again, they have a whole host of different things: agriculture and farming, some creative writing, some humor, psychology. They just have a whole range of different things that they have available to talk about. So this is, like I said, this is a really big site. So whenever I showcase a DRM free ebook seller, I will always go on and pick a book and buy a book, just so I can make sure that the purchasing experience is legit. I've been lucky in the first couple ones I've shown you that I've been able to find books that are definitely in my wheelhouse, which is fantasy science fiction. That won't always be the case. Some of these sites might just be romance books. I'll still showcase them. Some of them might even be erotic fiction, which isn't my wheelhouse, but I'm still going to showcase them because I'm all about showing people how to go on and how many places sell books that don't have any DRM on them, that are still big name publishers that, have lots of good titles, or places that have books that you might not be able to get on Amazon or Kobo, period. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to fiction, which is my jam, and fantasy and mythology and sci-fi. And I picked fantasy, mythology, and sci-fi because, like I said, that's my jam. But any of the areas you pick is going to be a similar experience as far as looking at the books and buying the books. So I'm just going to go ahead and scroll straight down. You can see they have the prices of the hardback, and they have the prices of the ebook. A lot of times, they'll have a discount because you're buying from their website, so you'll see a website price savings. I'm a huge fan of Susanna Clark. So the book that I would want to get is this new one that just came out, Wooded Midwinter from her. Normally $11.89, but because I'm buying directly from the site, I get a 30% discount. You have two options. Obviously, I'm going to choose the EPUB option. And then I'm going to go ahead and add it to my basket. And before I do, you'll notice it says read on any device, including Android, Apple, and Kindle. No DRM. You can get it either as an EPUB, which is going to work for most devices and services, or you can get it as a Mobi, and most of the time they'll offer it as a Mobi so that you can put it onto Amazon if you want, on your Amazon Kindles, because Amazon Kindles can natively read Mobi. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to my basket. I'm going to go ahead and check out. And I almost always check out via PayPal. So I'm going to go ahead and proceed to the checkout. I'm going to go ahead and sign into my account. I created an account. It's pretty easy to create an account, but to do so, you actually have to go back to their main site. And once you go back to their main site, then you can go down to create an account and click there. And then once you go to create an account, you can go ahead and create your account. I've already created mine. I've already signed in. So I'm just going to continue with my purchase. So once you've successfully made your purchase, you're going to either receive an email link to download the book, or if you already have an account, then what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to go into your account and go to My eBooks. Pick the ebook that you want and then go ahead and download it. And when you get ready to download it, it will ask you whether you want it to download it as a Mobi or an EPUB. I generally choose EPUB because that's just easiest for me. But in my Calibra account, I generally put stuff. If I download as an EPUB, I usually automatically convert it to Mobi just for convenience sake. And then once you go ahead and download it, generally, at least my experience when I downloaded the book from this site, it downloaded right away. It gave me like a bunch of numbers, but then when I added it to my Calibra, then I clearly could see all the book information. It works fine if I move it directly to an e-reader that can read EPUBs. It opens the file perfectly fine, and it even has the cover art in there. So it opens perfectly fine with no DRM. So that's Bloomsbury. Bloomsbury is something I'm probably going to be hooking up a lot because they have such a wide variety of good science fiction and fantasy books. If you're a person who's into some other type of genre other than science fiction and fantasy, you'll still be in real good stead with Bloomsbury because they just have such a wide range of authors and subjects. If you are a person who uses Amazon a lot, just remember, if you go to Amazon and you see a book, just scroll down to the info and see who the publisher is, because if the publisher is Bloomsbury, you can just hop here and get it probably cheaper and with no DRM. So I guess that's it. This is Ofori, the digital reader, and keep reading.